Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to review the movie Shaitaan. Now before starting the video, there is a request to all of you that if you like this video, then please subscribe to our channel. So at the beginning of the film, we are shown a dead rat and an unknown man keeps his rat in a polythene bag. Then comes the intro of the film, and after this we see a family consisting of 4 people where the father's name is Kabir, the mother's name is Jyoti, the elder daughter's name is Shanvi and the son's name is Dhruv. In the car, Jan also tells her father that she wants to go to Ladakh with her friends. Kabir was not sure that he should allow Janvi for this trip, but Janvi became very insistent, and in such a situation, Kabir finally agrees. But Kabir had some conditions, like he wanted the names and phone numbers of all Janvi's friends, and the most important was that Janvi had to always share her live location. Janvi agrees to this, and the next day, before leaving for her friend's trip, the family goes on a short outing. Basically, they were going to their farmhouse, and on the way, the family stops to eat at a restaurant. In this meal, these people order paratha, and Janvi refuses to eat this because it had a lot of butter in it. Kabir wanted to order 2 teas here, but he did have 20 rupees change. In such a situation, an unknown man standing there takes 1 tea for himself and also takes 2 teas for Kabir's family. Kabir invites him to his family table, and the man who reveals his name as Vanraj Kashyap starts socializing with Kabir's family. He very cleverly says that he will eat Janvi's paratha and he will eat my laddu. Janvi eats the laddu given by this person because, of course, children like to eat sweets, but Janvi feels a bit strange after eating the laddu. After this, they leave the restaurant after eating, and from where Vanraj first gives the biscuit back to Janvi. Just like that, we reach the farmhouse, and which was very unusual because Janvi, who did not listen to anyone, but she was listening to everyone Raj said. But after reaching the farmhouse, the first thing she does is eat biscuits from that pocket. Well, the whole family started enjoying a lot from the farmhouse, and Jyoti notices that today she tells this to Kabir, and Kabir comes out to look for Vanraj. He has already called him inside the house. Vanraj sees that his phone is dead and he just wants to call his daughter from here. Kabir finds it strange from this call, but he accepts Vanraj's request. We can see that Vanraj was keeping an eye on Janvi here, and even now Janvi was obeying everything he said. Jyoti was not happy with Vanraj coming in the house, but Kabir said that we are just helping him, and after some time he will leave and I will change and keep an eye on him. Janvi is talking to Vanraj, where she tells him about her boyfriend and about his upcoming Ladakh trip. She says that he will not be able to go to Ladakh trip because you have to come with me, and was asking Janvi to say okay on this proposal. And Janvi also says okay for some reason, because she was being compelled to speak okay. Dhruv unknowingly throws the ball, which breaks up the awkward interaction. Dhruv was repeatedly asking Janvi to play. By the way, Vanraj tells Janvi that today she should not even feel like playing so many games with her brother. Right after this, Janvi also says okay. Janvi makes Dhruv sit on the swing and starts shouting at him very loudly. Due to this, he starts screaming in fear, and Jyoti notices this. Kabir stops Jyoti's Janvi, and by now the group Dhruv has started feeling dizzy. Kabir is a little angry at Janvi, and he is becoming his son. And Janvi should apologize to Papa, and Janvi immediately says sorry. Now while eating food, Vanraj again starts interfering in their family, and he starts saying that I know everything about your family. He tells Janvi to call her boyfriend Vivan and break up with him. Surprisingly, Janvi does exactly this, and saying all this, Janvi's parents get very scared. Kabir immediately asks Vanraj to leave from here, but he was not ready to go. In such a situation, Kabir grabs Vanraj and starts leaving the house, but Janvi also starts fighting with her father. She starts pushing her father, and Janvi's moans were like crazy. When Chandni says, staying is more important for me to do whatever uncle says. Vanraj tells that he has done Vashikaran with Janvi. Now Janvi will do only what Vanraj asks because Janvi is under the control of Vanraj. For the demonstration, Vanraj asks Janvi to sit instead of standing and then makes her do the same thing again and again. In fact, tells her to cry, laugh, etc. Seeing all this, Jyoti cries and asks Vanraj, "What do you want from us?" Vanraj, first of all, he gives all their phones and tablets here and then makes Janvi break all the phones. Otherwise, yes, he even makes Janvi eat tea leaves and even slaps her own father Kabir. Now Vanraj presses his foot to Janvi and says that he wants to take Janvi with me. Basically, he wants Janvi's parents to donate her, that is, they themselves see that Janvi can go with Vanraj. Well, Vanraj can take Janvi away like this, also because Janvi is under his spell. But if the permission is not given, then its spell may break in the future, because Janvi will keep remembering its parents in the heart. Therefore, permission from parents is necessary. After Kabir and Jyoti have to see that they are sacrificing their daughter's life. Of course, they refuse to do this. Vanraj says, "I feel very good when someone falls in front of me." Saying this, Vanraj hits Janvi with 1,000 blows in reaction. Kabir starts beating Vanraj and Vanraj asks Janvi to break Dhruv's head, and Janvi does the same. On the other hand, we see the police coming here because the police were repeatedly having missed calls on the helpline. Police come inside the house, and here we are, Kabir and Jyoti. We see Vanraj behaving as if they are all family friends, and this is because Vanraj had made Janvi sit on the top of a gas cylinder with the gas open. He also had matchsticks in her hands. That is, if Kabir or Jyoti opens her mouth, Janvi sets fire to the gas, which would at least kill her. And other people also get harmed because the gas would explode. These people somehow convince the police and send them away from here, which further infuriates them. He also offers Kabir a house and money, but Vanraj burns the money in front of Kabir. That means Vanraj wanted Janvi only. Otherwise, he says that getting money and greed, all these useless things, are not in me because I am not a human being. I have progressed much further than humans. This night of Umda has come for me. Umda is a dark part of the shadow where not even a single ray of light reaches. After this, Vanraj sees some things in Sanskrit which were indicating that after a few hours he will become the supreme power. So we also say Brahmasmi. All these things were not in the original film. After this, Vanraj makes Janvi do many things like slapping herself, dancing non-stop, and etc. After this, Janvi starts singing even at one point in pants and Jyoti changes her pants. Meanwhile, taking the opportunity, Jyoti attacks Vanraj with a knife from Janvi's hand. While speaking, Janvi was on one side and Jyoti and Kabir were on other side. Jyoti and Kabir could not hurt Janvi, but Kabir ties Janvi and overpowers Vanraj. Vanraj asks her to leave immediately and laugh loudly, and Janvi starts laughing. In such a situation, Kabir had to leave Vanraj even if he does not want to, because even if he kills Vanraj, even if his life will still remain, and Janvi will never stop laughing for the rest of his life. Vanraj goes to next level where he asks Janvi to kill his younger brother Dhruv. When Vanraj sees this, Janvi leaves Dhruv and parents try to stop Janvi. Janvi makes an emotional fool of herself and starts searching for Dhruv, but Dhruv was hiding somewhere. They end up and Janvi finds Dhruv on the terrace, and after a little scuffle, she throws Dhruv down the terrace. They come down to Dhruv and find Dhruv's condition was critical. Therefore, despite not wanting, Kabir and Jyoti sacrifice Janvi, after which Vanraj leaves from here with Janvi. Kabir asks Jyoti to take Dhruv to the hospital. Meantime, he himself tracks down Janvi's location and chases Vanraj. This means that now he could track Janvi's real-time location. On one side, we see Vanraj reaching his base where he had kept many girls as victims of his Vashikaran. He says that tonight he will free Janvi and the other girls. Vanraj prepares himself for some kind of ritual, and we all see the girls in state. We understand that Vanraj is doing something like a yagna where he is going to drop all these girls in the fire pit and he is going to sacrifice them. Kabir somehow reaches the location and some girls who were gardening attack Kabir, fighting all this. Kabir finally reaches the place of fire and Vanraj stops his ritual for some time. Kabir is dragged and taken to Vanraj, and in this post Vanraj tells his plan. In fact, after sacrificing all girls, Vanraj's power will increase so much that he will be able to control anyone just by making eye contact. He will not need to feed laddus or trays to anyone. Raj sees that everyone is God's slaves, but some people are not worthy of this. Now I will bring everyone under my control and I will become their God. Basically, Vanraj was planning to take the whole world under his control. With this, Vanraj again starts his ritual where he was throwing the black puppet in the fire and the girls were slowly moving towards the fire. Now, before this, Vanraj had thrown his last red puppet, after which all the girls were going to jump in the fire. Kabir attacks them with firewood, and before Vanraj can see anything, Kabir cuts his tongue. Kabir throws Vanraj's body in the fire, and here all the girls attack Kabir. Sometimes suddenly Vanraj's voice comes and saying, "You are all normal as before, and I free you forever." Hearing this, the girls stop and become free. Now here comes a twist in the story where we understand that during the time in the farmhouse, Vanraj was taunting them and saying while they were taking a bath, "What do you want? I should free everyone so that everyone become normal forever." So yes, after recording this audio and editing it with the help of his son Kabir, made it perfect, which he just played and freed all the girls. That means, along with all the girls, her life was also saved. And now, the same rat catching scene and the person catching the rat was none other than Kabir, who goes somewhere inside a basement in a jungle-like place. And here we see that he has kept Vanraj imprisoned. Yes, friends, he has let Vanraj eat a rat and he leaves and delivers some dialogue asking how parents can do anything for their child, that they are God for their child. The movie ends here. See you in the next video.